Hey guys, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. This is episode 15 in the series, and so last episode we actually just decided to pack everything up and move to a new base. So that is where we're actually at right now. We are at the new base. We are way north of where we used to be, so down here is our old base, and we decided to leave that and come all the way over here. We came over here to West Point, and we're living just west here of West Point. And so what we're gonna be doing today is kind of just getting this house into a decent shape to actually stay in. Right now there isn't a single window intact. There's just really not any safety while being in this house, so I'd like to maybe chop down some of these trees in the area and see about boarding up some of these windows, see if we can get things kind of sealed off. Oh, I don't know that we've actually been down here yet. So let's turn on our flashlight and take a look. Okay, so we just have kind of a blank slate room to work with here. So blank slate, it doesn't even appear to have a light switch anywhere. So let's see, got some paint. And I did see in the comments, somebody said that you are able to harvest at least like the wood piles at construction sites. So I think that means I should be able to do something with this, I think. Can I somehow get, that's not what I want. Can't disassemble it. So I'm not sure what I need to do to pick that up. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But for right now, we're kind of in the same predicament that we keep ending up in, where it's just raining and we're prone to illness, so we don't really want to work out in the rain any more than we absolutely have to. Turn our flashlight back off here. In fact, I think we can go ahead and unequip the flashlight altogether at this point. I think it's bright enough outside. So I'm gonna keep working through the rest of this house real quick and see if I can find any supplies that actually are gonna benefit us in any way. But I think I did look through a majority of this house at the end of last episode, so I don't expect that I'm gonna find a whole lot of new useful stuff. And yeah, it's not looking like we are gonna find a whole lot from what I'm seeing. But maybe some of these other houses will have some more supplies that'll be more useful to us. And we do also need to get the bus unloaded at some point, but that's gonna take quite a while, and I think I probably want to wait until we have some of our own storage built up so we can kind of set things up exactly how we want right out of the gate, rather than unload and then have to resituate again later. Oh nice, we ended up with a free pillow. 2 free pillows actually, so we can go ahead and put those on our bed here, and that will increase our sleep quality when we sleep on this bed. So we'll do one right there, and we'll do one right there. All right, perfect. And I think that's probably the end of the useful supplies that are in this house. Let's take a quick look. Do we have anything on us to eat? We don't. So let's take a quick run out to the bus, see if we can find a quick snack to eat, and then we'll move on. Actually, maybe we just skip the bus and we go ahead and move on to the next house. Let's take a look at the next house, and we'll probably end up finding something we can eat here. I do know that Gregorio's weight is still an issue. Ooh, and I actually appear to be falling faster than I realized. So I definitely want to try to stay on top of eating plenty of food. So let's head to the kitchen. Oh, that's not the kitchen. Where's the kitchen in here? Oh, it's over here. So let's head to the kitchen and see if we can find any good food for us to eat. Mac and cheese, salt, yeast, stuff to make food. Canned tomatoes, not really the kind of thing I'm looking for. Rotten bread, rotten mayonnaise, rotten apple, not anything edible actually. Not without cooking it at least. So let's go ahead and head downstairs. So what I think that means for us is that we will go ahead and hit up the bus whenever we go back upstairs to get some food out of it. Let's get our flashlight back out real quick. All right, there we go. And check through all of this. We've already read that book. It's a free plank for us to barricade a window with. Ooh, we got some nice lockers with some explosive. Oh man, what? Empty canteen, yes. Yes, I'll take a canteen. Yes, I'll take all of this. Absolutely. Oh, what a great find. What a house. Glad we checked this, but it looks like that's all there is to it. So, but the whole box of MREs in that house, that's a great find for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the third and final house. All right. Oh, we can turn off our flashlight again. We're no longer in a dark room. Oh, but we're about to be, because we're gonna go into the basement of this house as well. Any more? Ooh, what do we have here? We have a bunch of random electronics, bunch of stuff to scrap for us, I guess it looks like. So we can do some leveling of our electronics skill. And we get a microwave out of it. A microwave's always a nice thing to have. All right, but nothing super useful in that basement. So we'll keep moving here. All right, and it doesn't look like we have much of anything useful on the second floor of this house either. So I think we've gotten pretty much everything we're gonna get. And it looks like the rain has stopped for us. So I think we are probably okay to start chopping down some trees and getting our windows fortified. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on that. I'll get us unloaded to begin with, and then I'll grab our axe from the bus and get some trees chopped. Now, I did have some stuff that was just trash, some rotten food. Do we have a trash can anywhere? I don't recall seeing a trash can anywhere, but I'm hoping that we've got one stashed somewhere so we can delete some of this stuff. I'm not seeing one though. So maybe for now I just set it out front, and we'll have to find ourselves a trash can at some point and get this stuff put into a trash can instead of just sitting on the ground. But for right now, this will be fine. We just want to get rid of it from our inventory so we don't end up eating it. Like a rotten pork chop, a rotten chicken leg. It doesn't look like much else that we actually want to throw away, so we'll just leave it at that for now. And I'll take the rest of our supplies that we have on us inside. We are already tired, which is interesting because we just slept. And it's only 11 a.m., so I'm not sure why it is that we're already getting really tired. Go ahead and get this cabinet cleared out. So this will be our main food cabinet, or anything that can go in the cabinet and doesn't need to be refrigerated. Let's open this box of MREs. How many did we get out of that? So that gave us 10 MRE rations. That's huge. Okay, so put that in there, put that in there. Go ahead and throw the salt in there, and then the yeast. And I think that'll pretty much do it for stuff that needs to go in there. As for the weapons and the ammo that we got, we don't really have a spot for it yet. Oh, a 9mm suppressor. Okay, so we got a suppressor, we got the bandolier for the bullets, we have a magazine, and we have some ammo that doesn't go with that. Okay, so I don't know what we're doing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and find a nice place to set this stuff down at for now, because we don't have a place to put it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just have it sitting on this table for now. Eventually I will get a crate set up for our weapons and ammo, but for right now it will just sit here and that will be fine. And it did start raining again. We just cannot escape this rain, it seems. Okay, and for some reason I can't place this ammo, I can only drop it. Oh, that's what? I mean, it's 30mm, I guess. I guess that makes sense. 30mm high explosive, and it's for War Thunder vehicle library. So that might be like a turret on top of a vehicle. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm gonna find a better place to stash that, I think. Maybe we just drop that in the closet for now. That'll do. Okay, so that needs to come out of there because that needs to go into the other cabinet. All food things need to go into this one cabinet. So I'm just gonna take everything out of the cabinets real quick and put it where I want. This cabinet can like be our utensils, our pots and pans, stuff like that, stuff that we're gonna need for cooking. And then this cabinet directly under the sink can be some cleaning supplies. Let's see, we had our dish towel we can throw in there. And then in the corner here, what we wanna do, let's fill the canteen. Chrome sink, fill. Let's just try to fill everything we can. Cause, let's see here. Yeah, let's put that. We'll make this our water cabinet. Now, how much water? So 500 milliliters in the canteen versus 1 liter Interestingly enough, the water canteen seems to hold less water than the water bottle does. So I guess the water bottle is the way to go. So we'll get rid of the canteen, surprisingly. I was excited to find that because I expected that to be a better thing for us to carry than the water bottle is, but that does not seem to be the case. So we'll go ahead and throw these food items in here. So I'm just gonna do some unloading real quick, and I'll probably bring you guys back once I'm done. All right, so I think that is pretty much the bulk of it, at least. So we're gonna go ahead and open one of these MRE rations, and I think that's what we're gonna have for a lunch. So go ahead and eat that whole thing because we are pretty hungry at this point. All right, perfect. And then we'll have a quick smoke. I'm really looking forward to time when it doesn't rain. Really limits our ability to do much whenever it's raining the whole time. So okay, so we have a helicopter, and I'm honestly not sure if it saw me because we were outside. And as I have noted previously, I don't really fully understand the helicopter event. I know that being outside is bad, and that generally if you can see the outside, it's bad. But right now we have all of our windows open, we have all of our doors, we have very little blocking us from the outside. I just don't know, like, is there a buffer? Is there a little buffer period when it first pops up? Do you have 5 seconds to get inside? I just don't know. Just gonna fast forward, and I'm gonna hope it didn't see me. I do think we might be far enough out into the country that even if it does see us, it's not gonna be the end of the world, because even if it does hover over us the whole time, the zombies are gonna have to come from a really long ways to reach us. And while they may eventually, it's gonna take quite a while, and there's probably gonna be a lot of distractions for them between where they're at currently and where we're at. So I'm not too concerned about it. That might be a mistake. Maybe I should be really concerned about it, but I'm not. If it happens, it happens. I think I wanna try to make some of this mac and cheese. So I'm gonna take a box of it, and then I'm gonna see if I can find us a pot to work with, because I think we might have had a pot over at the house across the street here. And if we do, I think we might have everything we need to be able to make that box of mac and cheese. And I think it might actually give us a pretty decent amount of food if we do that. So let's see, we do an empty saucepan. Let's take both of the 2 empty saucepans, and we'll go ahead and take the empty pan as well. And then we'll see if we can go ahead and fill up at least the saucepans. Okay, perfect. So they're both completely full. So I think we should be able to get the mac and cheese made up with that now. So we'll head back over to our house here and see what we can do. Do I need to do something? Do I need to interact with this maybe? Let's see, put in container oven, so how do I go about making this though? Okay, so it's giving me this because I can box it up. So how do I actually cook it though? I guess we don't have any power to be able to cook it anyway, actually. So maybe here, let's just hold off. Let's go ahead and put those 2 saucepans into our water supply. And for now, we'll just go ahead and have one more MRE pack. We'll prepare it, and we'll just eat half of it this time, because yeah, that'll be more than enough. And then we can go ahead and have one more smoke, and then we might go ahead and try to sleep for the night, since we are already very exhausted, and it is finally getting kind of late enough that I think we might actually be able to sleep through most of the night and into the morning. Hopefully he sleeps long enough that the sun is up, and I'm even more hopeful that maybe we will wake up and there won't be rain falling from the sky so we can actually work outside a little bit. Well, we managed to sleep long enough for the sun to come back up at least, but it is still raining. Let's go ahead and have, I think I want to go ahead and have the rest of this MRE pack. Although maybe I should have paid closer attention to that. I don't know how long the MRE packs last once you've prepared them. I assume that just one sleep though is okay. Gotta throw the empty MREs out. Even though it is still raining, it is a little bit lighter of a rain, so I think we can go ahead and try to chop down a tree now. I don't feel like waiting any longer than we already have, so we'll just get right to it. So I'll go ahead and swing by the bus and see if we can get our axe out. Let me unload the rest of this kitchen supplies. So let's see, we need our axe. Where's our axe? Where's it at? Give me an axe, come on. Okay, here we go. We'll go ahead and get that equipped in both hands and we'll start chopping. I went ahead and got 2 stacks of logs. We'll go ahead and see how many windows we can manage to board up with just the 2 stacks. Let's start by unstacking them all. I'm actually gonna go into our crafting menu because this allows me to do sawn logs and I can do all 8 at once rather than having to click on them one at a time. All right, there we go. The only other thing we need is the exact same thing that we couldn't find, which kind of helped push us out the door to actually leave our last base. We need nails. I also saw that with build 42 having such a heavy emphasis on crafting that there was kind of some speculation that maybe the nails themselves were harder to find, but maybe the supplies to craft those nails would be easier to find. So maybe I look into what I need to be able to craft some nails, although I do suspect that I'll probably at least need a forge for that, right? Did we bring our nails with us? We didn't have a huge number of them to begin with, and I'm actually thinking we might be without nails entirely. So let's take a look at our crafting menu. I don't see an option for crafting nails though. Let's look at metalworking. So we will have to level up our metalworking. Maybe we work on some of this at some point. What do we need? Requires a surface. What kind of surface would that entail? Would that just be a table? Or do I need like the forge specifically, I wonder? Because I know there is the forge. Requires a bucket of clay, 10 stone, and a stone anvil. How do I get a stone anvil? Sick. So I'm not sure how to go about getting a stone anvil, which might be a bit of a limiting factor for us here. Okay, whatever, we'll work on that later. We'll worry about that at a different time. So for right now, we have, of course, reached a point where we can no longer proceed because we don't have the nails that we need. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'd like to get our bus into town to see if we can get a new vehicle, but the bus is still so very loaded down with stuff. So I'm thinking, is there anything I can build that is storage? Not really that I'm seeing, not without nails anyway. So the great nail drought continues. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and make the trip into town that I've been kind of planning on us taking anyway. And we'll see about getting ourselves established in a spot just outside of town where we can get ourselves kind of a safe place to sleep. And then ultimately what I want to do is get us a spot where we can make trips into town and try to get us a better daily driver car, something that's not quite as big and bulky and heavy and hard to maneuver as the bus is, because the bus, for what we needed it for, it served its purpose well, but we don't really need the huge amount of storage for like a long trip where we're uprooting everything again. So we'll go ahead and hit the road here and we'll have a smoke on the way. Hit the road, we'll head into town. I already kind of have a house picked out for us for where is gonna be kind of our forward operating base essentially. And this will give us an opportunity to see where this horde ended up after the helicopter came through, which so far is looking like it may have scattered the horde a little bit, which is definitely good for us, because last time we came through here, it was just a big group right here at this intersection. So wherever they went, I do not see them, which means they're not headed toward our base, which is all that really matters to me right now. So if we come on up here, this should turn into pavement. Got a farm to check out for some animals, and then we can kind of swing this and follow this on into town. But we're actually gonna stop a little bit short of town because the house we wanna stay at is this one right here, I think. So I think it might actually be the one that owns this field even. Yeah, so let's pull in here. Oh, try not to take out the mailbox. This is the house we want, right? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and unequip the axe. Don't really need to use that as our melee weapon. And then let's see, what else do we have in here? Because we've been working primarily with short blunt. So maybe I just grab a claw hammer and we keep working that same skill. Okay, so that wasn't too bad actually. There weren't really that many zombies around, fortunately, so head on in here and see what kind of goodies we got. Nothing too special. A cloth gun case, let's see what's in here. Oh, and there's a sewing kit. Take that and that anyway. And some ammo in the gun case. I'll go ahead and grab the gun case too, might as well. Doesn't hurt to have a little extra storage. Howdy. Okay, so there were a few more zombies than I realized. They were just all hanging out in the backyard, having a little cookout. It's fine, because we're in the country, so while there's zombies at the house, there's really not much to worry about going on around us, at least. All right. Ooh, we do have a trash can here. I would like to see if I can pick that up, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Let's get this trash can put into our bus so we can bring that back home with us, because we do not have a trash can right now, which is why we have a pile of junk sitting in our front yard. This is one of the things that I was really hoping we'd come across. Oh, go in there. Why won't you go in there? There's enough room. Okay, maybe there's not. There should be enough room in one of the seats up here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now we got our trash can. So that's one thing to check off the list. Speaking of the list, let's go ahead and take a look at our to-do list. I don't remember everything we had on there, so let me double check, make sure we're on the right track. Unload the bus. We're skipping that for now. Yeah, we're skipping that one for now. Right now we are doing our trip into town, and we're trying to get ourselves a car. We need to get nails, fortify base. So we skipped the unloading of the bus, but that was intentional because we don't really have the storage to unload everything we have. And again, I don't want to unload it and then have to go through and reorganize again later once we do get the storage built. I'd rather just do it all in one move. Oh my God, that scared me. Oh man, that scared the absolute crap out of me. Oh, did not enjoy that. Okay, so where's my flashlight? Give me my flashlight back. Let's see what's going on down here. Box of nails. Oh yes. Oh, thank God we got a box of nails. So that'll be enough for us to fortify our base at least. So we'll be able to get our windows boarded up and help prevent zombies from getting in. So I'm actually really excited about that. So we'll be able to do that when we get back. I'm gonna go ahead and check the upstairs of this house real quick, and then I think I want to go ahead and make our move into town a little bit so we can look for some vehicles. Yeah, it looks like there's not really anything for us here, so we'll go ahead and keep moving. Turn our flashlight back off. I want to make sure we're gonna be able to handle the zombies without any issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop off some of the stuff we have and try to make us as light as possible so then we can also pick up as much as possible. All right, that should have us looking pretty good in terms of weight, so it's just gonna be a little bit of a risk. Okay, because you never know what you're jumping into on the other side of a tall fence. You might be walking into something like this, for instance, where there's a bunch of zombies right here. But that's okay, we'll squeeze around here. We do have a van here. That could be a potential winner for us. Oh, the back is locked. There's no key there. And no key in it at all. That is a bummer. All right, well, we have quite the group of zombies to deal with here. So I'm gonna take a minute to get that taken care of. All right, we are wearing down pretty quickly here. Gregorio is taking longer and longer to kill each zombie we come across, which is to be expected. We are having to take out quite a few and kind of battle our way into West Point here. What I'd like to try to do is see about getting back into that house that has the van parked next to it, because I believe there should at least be a decent chance of us being able to find the key for the van in that house. All right, so is that enough zombies killed for me to be able to make my way back over to the house with the van? I'm hoping. We've just barely touched the edge of West Point, and we have just been doing nothing but killing zombies ever since. No car key so far. Maybe we'll luck out and it'll be in the basement? Ooh, fishing pole and fishing line. That is definitely important since we live right next to the river now. Hello? I knew I heard you. There are a bunch of supplies down here, it looks like. So we just have a load of paint. Just an insane amount of paint. So this is a painter. Yeah, we've got paintings on the wall. Screwdriver, whetstone, heavy chain, blah, blah. Nothing useful though. Okay. I think that is our sign to get out of here. It's starting to get dark and we're just so exhausted. We don't have any food in our belly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just head back this direction. We'll follow the road and walk back to our little Ford operating base that our bus is parked at. And we'll just get set up there for the evening. I think we can squeeze through the gap in the fence right here. Get our flashlight turned back on. Need to run out front, I think. We have a canned potato. Let's go ahead and open our canned potato. And we'll just go ahead and eat the canned potato for tonight. All right, and that took care of our hunger at least. So let's go ahead and head upstairs and we will pick a bed and crash for the night. Oh, not this room. This room doesn't have a door or a bed for that matter. That's a bathroom. That's a little bedroom. Is this a bedroom? Yeah, with a big old double bed. There we go. So let's go ahead and go to sleep. All right, so we survived another night. We are hanging out just on the edge of West Point right now. Kind of making our looting runs starting in this little area. We'll probably head north up this road a little ways, check for any cars, and if we need to, we'll head down to the next block over here and see if we can find any there. I am hopeful that we will find something. We already have a very nice looking van, we just don't have a key for it or the ability to hotwire yet. So if we can get one of those two things, then we will be able to take that van. A van wouldn't be bad. I'd be very happy with a van, honestly. Anyway, I do think that is gonna be all that we really have time for today. Unfortunately, we didn't get a whole lot done in terms of the goals we wanted to accomplish, but we did get ourselves kind of set up and we kind of know what we want to do for our next episode. So we already have our trip to town done. Let's get rid of the unload bus because we did skip that for now. Oh, sorry. We have a visitor interrupting our outro here. So let me take care of him real quick. Okay, thanks. Anybody else? You're up there. You're cool. Yeah, you're cool. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We kind of have our work cut out for us. We kind of know what we want to do next. So let's pull our notepad back out here. Such a loud bird. Oh my gosh. So we did get some nails. I do want to try to get more. So we'll leave this on the list for now. And then we'll make fortify base number 3. So I think that is more or less where we're currently at. We want to get a car, we want to get our nails, we want to fortify our base. And then with fortifying our base, I guess we could do some like little subsections here. where we want to barricade windows, and we want to build water station and plant garden. And so those are kind of the three main things we want to do at our base once we get everything we need. So we want to get our windows fortified, we want to get our water station rebuilt at the new location, and we want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up with some food for the future. But anyway, like I said, that is pretty much all we're gonna have time for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have any thoughts or suggestions about what we should do next with Gregorio, or you have any tips or anything that could help me, please let me know any of that down in the comments. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.